All right, here with Matt today with a 2025 M2. This is a Dynamax Super C, and we want to talk about alignment.
Tech Time Tuesday.
So what's a good alignment? Where might you have issues? And just let's get into the details on what we corrected on this thing today. So let's talk about where it came in and what might that cause for how it drove. So first, camber, we were -0.2 on
quite a bit
left.
negative on the camber. They can give you a little bit of a darty condition, and inside edge wear on smooth edge wear on the tires. He also had a little bit too much toe wear. A lot of people are assuming when you get a newer vehicle like this that, oh, everything's great from the dealer. This thing is going to be aligned, and everything's going to be correct and straight. Well, this thing has 12,000 miles on it.
Actually only 8916, so
wow,
not even 9.
Yeah. 9,000.
Yeah.
I got a lot of coaches on my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways.
Matt's been busy.
Been busy. 9,000 miles. So we checked it out, and when I got it up on the machine, I noticed that also the caster on the passenger side was low. Now, if those numbers had been transversed, it would have been in an acceptable range, okay? And we want as much caster as we can build up. So if you're gonna do a caster adjustment, we don't wanna do a caster down. We wanna make sure we caster up. And so we put a 1 degree in, brought the caster up to a leading side where there was heavy on the passenger side, and it helps to fix for the crown. So we adjusted the caster. We did a correction on the axle, which means a bend. So we took this and we bent the middle up, brought the tires out to about a 1 or a 0, okay? 0 is great when the tires are straight up and down. You can't go wrong there, so.
Yep. Let's take a look under the coach and see what this actually looks like. So we added a wedge here, right?
Yep.
All right.
Underneath the block.
Under the spacer block. So what caster basically is just the angle of that axis. So by putting that wedge in, that kicked it out more of an angle, right?
Yeah, so we're taking the axle here and pushing this forward. And mind you, this axle is so thick, you're really not going to be twisting it very well, not very efficiently. So it is going to bring up the caster on the other side as well. But like a 1 degree, you're hopefully get about a half or a 0.6 of a degree on the adjustment. You won't get a full 1 degree. Just like a 2 degree, you're hoping to get maybe 1, a little bit more. But keep that in mind. Also, when you get too thick, there is a crown on the bolt that holds the leaves together, and you don't want to go beyond that where it can't catch the block. So you want to be able to have the safety built still into the chassis.
Yeah, so again, we went from before we were 3.6 degrees on the right, 3.8 on the left, which like you said is opposite what you'd want.
Right.
So now we've got 4.1 on the right and 3.9 on the left. Would have been nice to get a little bit more of a split there, but at least we've got more caster on the right-hand side to try to hold that crown, right? So we're not...
Keeps it from
going,
pulling. So you still might have a drift in there, but at least it'll get that pull out because it had a pretty good push over to the right. Now it's negligible, not even noticeable. You add a safety plus onto that, and you can hold the road really well. And you don't want the safety plus to strain against an alignment because it starts doing weird things with the steering. You get on one road, it's all over. But if you have a vehicle that inherently wants to go straight, the safety plus really works well when it doesn't have to fight in alignment.
Right. Now, you mentioned axle correction. So here we've got some of the equipment for that. That's kind of a rare thing these days, right? A lot of shops won't actually try bending an axle.
Most of the time they're doing a toe set, period.
Right, just toe and go. So we're actually getting that ram under here to actually bend that. And
yeah, we got some heavy duty equipment. We could bend most axles. When you start getting into the really heavy stuff, there's not a whole lot you can do, but you know, that stuff's really thick.
Yeah.
It's some big industrial stuff. So Most of your smaller Class A's we can bend, like this one, M2, F53s, that kind of stuff. They're easily bent.
Yep. And then the toe, our toe was pretty far out too, right?
Yeah, you were, I think, heavy about a 16th.
Yep. So now we're running just 0.03 both sides on toe.
Yeah,
so it'll be good for tire wear, but still enough for some stability
16th
there.
of an inch toe in on these is really nominal for all road conditions, because that a toe, when it goes down the road, wants to spread the tires open, so you want a little extra to hold the road. These tires, if you could see the ribs in the tires, they do really want to go straight, but we have a lot of trucks on the road and they'll rut tracks, so it'll grab these tires and really push them around a lot. You really want to have the toe in the right spot because it'll wear some tires. Toe is really, really bad for the wear.
Yep. Well, thanks, Matt. Before we wrap up here, I want to mention a couple other things that we did note on this coach. Before that, though, please remember to like and subscribe so you stay in the loop on videos like this. So another upgrade we did, in addition to the Safety Plus steering control, we also installed our 1209-142 Roadmaster front sway bar. So this one did already have the better, heavier duty frame brackets for the sway bar. So we were able to keep those and just attach to that. So we've gone up from 1.5 inches to 1.75 inches. That really helps the stability. We also caught this, see how wet those brake shoes are there? So that indicates he's got a leaking wheel seal. So a couple problems that's going to cause. One, I mean, potentially you could lose your lubrication in the bearing, burn up a bearing. Also, getting all that oil soaked into the brake shoes is not going to do any favors to your braking performance. So definitely needs to get that taken care of. He's actually going to go and get that addressed under warranty because, again, this thing has less than 9,000 miles on it. So glad we were able to catch that, though. So with all that, this coach really should drive a lot better. Adding the Safety Plus, getting the alignment where it should be, getting that front sway bar upgraded. And so if you have an M2 Super C, any other kind of Super C, or any other kind of motorhome, we would love for you to reach out to us if you need any input on how to help it drive better. You can find us hendersonslineup.com, supersteerparts.com. And until next time, we want to wish you safer and happier driving. Thank you.
Tech time.